protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan today at 720-405-3300. That's 720-405-3300.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Teachers are diverse, skilled leaders, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Teaching shapes lives. Are you ready? Explore teaching at teach.org, supported by the U.S. Department of Education and 1 million teachers of color.
We are the National Park Foundation, and together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation, gets their chance at an unforgettable moment. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Febreze.
It's a classic odor tale. You fried fish for dinner, cleaned up, but the smell is still in the house. And the neighbors are coming over for game night. They're on their way. And then you spray Febreze Air Mist. Febreze Air starts working instantly to fight even your toughest odors, so you go from fish to fresh like that. Now all you have to worry about is Pam cheating at charades.
Breathe happy, Febreze. La 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 la.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with national LTE coverage. Go to rapidradios.com and you'll get up to 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO for an additional 5% off.
DenverSports.com. 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 Hey, did we mention DenverSports.com? KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter-Har Motors. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Bronco in motion, handoff for Pollard. That ball comes out, and it's grabbed by Denver and Brandon Jones. Ward looking to throw, under pressure, and down he goes. Nick Bonito, high money man on the money down, comes up for Denver. Cam Ward in the end zone, goes down, it's Jonathan Cooper. They're going to mark him outside of the end zone. So no points, but a sack. Another one from Denver as the Broncos get a fifth straight third down stop. Here comes the blitz. Cam Ward hit as he throws. That ball is loose. They're going to let it play through. It's Denver football no matter what. And the Broncos defense comes up yet again to help win the game in week one.
Woo! Wow. Thank goodness that one's over. That was ugly. But it was beautiful as the Broncos get a opening game, opening season, opening home opener win last night, yesterday afternoon, holding off the Tennessee Titans thanks to a dominant defensive effort and a running game that finally showed up in the second half. Good morning. Welcome to it as we welcome you to a Bronco Reaction Monday, give you a chance to, react to what you saw yesterday. RamosLaw.com text line is open for you, 303-713-1043. So here we go. Brandon Stokley is back after being honored in Louisiana.
I wasn't honored.
You were honored.
No, I wasn't honored.
Not you, but, you and a bunch of other former players were honored, right?
Well, it was a Hall of Fame weekend.
Well, then you were honored.
So just
Are you in the Hall of Fame?
I am.
Were other Hall of Famers there?
Yes.
Then that's an honor.
Okay. All right. Well, sure. Yeah, went back. I hadn't been back in, Mike, and I don't know. It's been a long time. Maybe I went to one game my rookie year, which was bad. I mean, that's it. It's not an easy place to get to. Decided they opened up a new stadium. They redid the stadium. And so I wanted to go see it, and it was awesome. Had a great time. Saw a lot of people I hadn't seen in a while, so hadn't been back to a game in forever. So that was a lot of fun. But what a game yesterday. What a game. Great job getting a win. I mean, that's all you can do. And we knew early on, we talked a lot about it. It's going to be rusty. Things aren't going to look good. Just win. Just find a way to get a W in that first game. You really don't know what you're going to get from a lot of these Tennessee players, from Cam Ward. Defense needs to play great, and boy, did they play great. Hey, win and move on. Turn the page, because guess what? I know if you really want to nitpick, and we can, there was decisions. Right, there was decisions that were made that shouldn't have been made. There was some play out there that it has you scratching your head. But what we see on, September 7th? What we saw yesterday, that's not going to even be close to the team that we see on December 7th. We hope, right? Just like last year. So all you're trying to do right now is find ways to win football games and then improve throughout the course of the season.
All right, here was Sean Payton, his thoughts on the opening win.
Obviously, good win to pull out at home. Man, opening weekend, there's so many different things that can go into that first game. It's a game that involves some adjustments, maybe more than normal. Man, I thought our defense was outstanding in the second half. And then offensively, the key was us being able to stick with the run game and get that going in the second half. That was a big reason why the turnovers didn't bite us, because we obviously lost the turnover battle, but we only gave up 3 points off those turnovers. So there'll be a lot for us to correct and work on. Looking at the film tomorrow, and then we'll get ready. And I think tomorrow in our league is extremely important. These next 3 or 4 Mondays, and how quickly we can accelerate the learning curve, make the corrections. It'll be critical.
Immediate reaction, Jason, listening in Michigan, says, Broncos victory Monday. Stoke, what's Cajun for ugly? Because that offensive performance was uglier than my second cousin.
That's good. I don't know what it is. I guess I gotta Google that and see. Not sure what that word is. But I like what Sean said there.
Stokley.
Early in the season, those Mondays, the corrections and finding ways to get better and fix your mistakes is so important, especially early in the season. So I like that thought process, and obviously the Broncos have a lot to work on. But so do a lot of other teams, folks. And how'd you start the season? 1-0 or 0-1? That's what's important here. That's the bottom line. And they found a way to get a win. Ugly win, not pretty. But, man, there were some positives. There were some negatives. Now, you go to work this week and you try to correct your mistakes and get better because, oh, by the way, how about the Colts? They look pretty darn good. So, but overall, I thought it was a good win. And, like I said, some positives, some negatives, and now you move forward at 1-0.
Rough game
It's a W.
Rough game for Bo Nix as he struggled early, had a beautiful throw on the touchdown to Cortland Sutton, but there weren't very many big, that looks like a future top 5 quarterback in the NFL moments from Bo. He goes 25 of 40, 176 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, also lost a fumble. What about it, Bo?
I think I'm tougher on myself now because I better, and I've had some experience and I've had the what not to do, but every year in my career I've thrown a pick probably as much as I'm going to try in the future. I'm probably going to throw one every year, and so just got to limit them, and hopefully I'll stay at 2 for a while.
All right, some more reaction pouring in. Poor coaching, bad play calling, bad QB play, turnovers. Is Nate Hackett the head coach again?
No, they would have lost that game.
That's obvious.
Let's see. Sean Payton did nothing to make his detractors think better of him. The play calling was atrocious. Our joker players were left. Vance Joseph's defense was yet again left to win the game. I'm trying to convince myself that it was week 1, and because the way these teams treat preseason, week 1 is still a warm-up, because watching Red Zone all day, I saw a lot of ugly football yesterday. Brandon listening.
Well, that's what you see. That's what you see nowadays. I mean, you're not tackling. You're not playing your guys a lot in preseason games. So this is all around the league. You see it. And so really all you try to do, like Sean said, you try to improve, get back to work and fix the things that you need to fix and find a way to win a football game. That's the bottom line. And so now go back to work, correct your mistakes, and get ready for Indy. Turn the page.
Okay. One more. Bo isn't special. Our defense needs to carry us. All offseason we were told Bo was this and that. He's just a guy. Okay. Now you know why I told you this was a game they better win. Because can you imagine the reaction had they lost this game? But they didn't. They get the win. They're 1-0. And hopefully better games and better performances and more style points are ahead in the Broncos' future. We'll continue to get your reaction up next. Did this defense deliver as advertised? None better than after that Marvin Mims punt muff. That's next.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app.
What is happening, fellas? Stokley for my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 40 years. And I'm telling you, this is one of the best weeks we've ever had. Got some unbelievable auctions that we're ending this week. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free, it's easy, it's open to the public. The best part about it is you're going to get some great deals on great items. Got one ending tomorrow, a restaurant equipment auction with over 90 items in on Wednesday. It's packed full of some big-time auctions. Got a construction and contracting equipment auction, a City of Loveland vehicle auction, then one of my favorites, the Big Boy Toy auction with 29 items in it, but I'm telling you, it is unbelievable. You got a 1969 Pontiac GTO, 1990 Toyota 4Runner, you got a 2007 Hummer. How about the Polaris UTV? If you're looking for fifth wheel campers, they got you covered there. Motorcycles, boats, a really cool 1958 Ford truck. You also got a 1986 military Humvee. This is what I love about Roller Auction. They always got cool items you're not going to find anywhere else. You got to go see it all and get yourself a great deal at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Hey, it's Zach. Winter's coming. Don't wait. Order windows or siding from 5280 Exteriors before the snow flies. 15-year low-interest financing with no prepayment penalty. Call now for your free quote and see how low your payment can go. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
You work hard all year and you deserve to be rewarded. So this Labor Day, we're rolling out the absolute best prices of the year. I'm Brad Barnett, president and founder of Mountain High Appliance. We're celebrating you at all Mountain High showrooms with unbelievable savings on today's top brands. Save up to $4,000 on select GE Profile kitchen packages. Plus, our price match guarantee ensures you the best deal every day. We won't be beat. When you think appliances, think Mountain High Appliance.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I
do. Of course you all do. Who wouldn't want this? Get our 4.75 5-year fixed that has a 5.89 APR.
Wait, you have a 4.75% fixed rate for 5 years?
Yes, and it comes with our lowest rate for life program. Because even with the lowest rate today, it may not be in 6, 12 months or more. And if rates do fall in the future, now what? Go through the expense again? No. Maximize your savings with U.S. Mortgages and our lowest rate for life program. It allows you to lock in today, and if the market does improve, even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fee and no appraisal fee. And there's no limit to the number of times you can use this. Awarded the smartest loan in the country. Call us now at 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Any jewelry store can sell you a diamond, but there's only one family jeweler in Colorado that was literally built on them.
In fact, we've sold more diamonds to more couples for more years than any other jeweler in Denver. I'm Bruce Williams.
And I'm Steve Williams. That's why we built Williams Jewelers, 2 stores totally dedicated to celebrating your love.
All the world's top bridal designers, 10 times the certified loose diamonds at our diamond bar.
And Denver's true diamond experts who will share their knowledge and passion on how to get the most diamond for your money guaranteed.
So whether you're looking for the perfect diamond engagement ring
or that second diamond celebrating a love of many years,
we have the perfect diamond for you.
And that's why every day more couples say will you with Williams.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers in Inglewood at Bellevue and Broadway, and in Cherry Creek North, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Most people don't think about their garage door until it stops working. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. There's never a good time for your garage door to break, whether you're rushing to work or you're trying to get the kids to school. We know how much you rely on your garage door. That's why we offer same-day repairs. Because life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Over 90,000 5-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage door is what we do, but making your life easier and your home safer is why we do it. Families trust us because we deliver, and we'd be honored to earn your trust too. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Football is back, and it's time for you to get in the game. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help, and we're giving away a PlayStation 5 bundle. Download the Denver Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5 console, a 70-inch flat-screen TV, plus copies of Madden 26 and College Football 26. Don't wait. Download the Denver Sports app now. 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter-Har Motors. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
All right, Broncos Reaction Monday. Broncos get the win. They are 1-0. Mark Schlereth called the Jacksonville-Carolina game, and because of a weather delay yesterday and because Jacksonville apparently is a pretty backwards butt town, not many flights leave late in the day in Jacksonville, and because of that, Mark spent the night in Jayville, flying back this morning. So we'll get him on right now from the Jacksonville airport. Mark, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
We're good. Early reaction on the RamosLaw.com text line is probably running 80-20 in favor of, yeah, it's a win, but I'm not happy. Style points weren't where I wanted them to be, versus the folks who are like, hey, any win is a beautiful win, especially week one. What side you come down on?
Well, I mean, obviously, Mike, based on your analysis of going into this game, the season's over. So, I mean, I don't know why.
I said it was a
we're gonna
must
play
win.
the
I
rest-
said it was a must win. They got the win. I'm happy.
No. You weren't happy if they didn't get style points. I mean, hey, listen, here's what I'm happy about. The Kansas City Chiefs are in last place in the AFC West. That sounds great. No, certainly you would have loved to see them perform a little bit better on offense. I just, I thought, guys, I just thought the offense was just off, and defensively they were outstanding, like we knew they would be, like we thought they would be. But I'm with you. A win, it's great. There were a lot of bad things that went down on Sunday across the league. A lot of mistakes, a lot of poor tackling, a lot of lack of execution on offense. All those things happen. So to come away with a win, that's always a good thing. But this offense was just out of sync. Bo Nix looked out of sync. He missed some reads. He threw some picks. Was off target on a bunch of throws that that you hope would have been cleaned up, and certainly wasn't. But like you said, you got to win. So, I mean, the good news is you're 1-0 and you lead the division.
Mark, how about the running game? Didn't see much from it early, but when they had to have it, there it was, R.J. Harvey. I don't know, it feels like the last time that we saw a 50-yard run was Phillip Lindsay like 10 years ago. J.K. Dobbins doing some dirty work. They got the running game going late. What'd you think of the two new backs here for the Broncos?
I liked it. I would have liked to seen it early, Stoke. And obviously, the game plan, because they've got Simmons. They've got a really powerful front with Sweat and Simmons. It was to loosen them up, get a little bit of side to side. But, one of the things that was just irritating to me is Tennessee did a really good job on the edges on the boot keep game. And there was nothing really threatening them early because they really weren't running the ball early. The screen game, they kept trying to boot it out. Bo Nix continuously had pressure right in his face on that naked boot stuff because they didn't really establish the run first. And it was like they went into that game plan a little bit backwards. And I would have liked to seen them adhere to the running game a little bit more, try to establish that a little bit more early. But it was cool that they got it late. The run, the 50-yard run from R.J. Harvey, just on a real inside. I think it was just a duo play inside, nice cut inside, then the bounce back outside, and then the touchdown from J.K. Dobbins. That was that's a kind of a great 1-2 punch. Like I said, like to see it a little bit earlier, but ultimately, again, that defense was incredible, especially with the Mims. When Mims muffed that ball, and then they get back-to-back sacks and drive them out of field goal range. What a tremendous effort by the defense. That was fun to watch.
Stake joining us from the Jacksonville airport. He's flying back after calling Carolina and Jacksonville yesterday. Yeah, to your point, guys, 16 of the first 20 plays that the Broncos ran were passes. What about the decision late in the game where it's a 4th and 7? They could kick the long field goal to put the game out of reach. They could punt to pin Tennessee down deep with no timeouts and the defense dominating, or they go for it, and they chose to go for it. What did you think about Sean's decision there?
Yeah, I'm more on the pin them deep. Your defense is playing great. I mean, I understand Sean's explanation, but again, you won that game because your defense was so exceptional, and I just put it in their hands one more time. But listen, the win is a win. I love that aspect of it. I love what we did defensively. I like the way we finished the game on offense. And ultimately, I did like some of the connections that you saw, the continued connection with Cortland Sutton, the touchdown pass, and then what you saw, that kind of connection with he and Troy Franklin, his college teammate. I thought those two were on point on several different occasions. But some bad decisions, a couple of really off-target throws, the sack fumble that, you held the ball forever, some things of that nature that really have to be cleaned up. And we talked about the being in rhythm part of this offense during some of those, sort of that joint practice against Arizona when everybody was raving about Bo Nix's day. And on our show, we were talking about, man, most of those throws were, the second play throws, right? They weren't on time. It was Bo Nix pulling it down, scrambling around, and then making a throw. And that concerned me a little bit because there's two things. Receivers not getting open instantly, and then Bo and his timing and not letting go of the ball. So those things continued to kind of rear their ugly head in this game. I wasn't real happy with that when I watched it back.
Mark, all right, tell me about Travis Hunter. What did it look like? I didn't really get to catch any of that Jacksonville game, but tell me, Travis, how much did he play defensively? What'd you make of his debut?
Yeah, you're welcome that you didn't have to watch that, Stoke. Congratulations. Actually, Jacksonville looked really good. So they cleaned some things up just like everybody else. But Travis looked good. Offensively, he was productive. He probably only had about 6 plays on the defensive side of the ball, so really wasn't part of that. He had missed a couple of weeks at camp because of an upper body injury. And, the whole process there was he's a little bit behind on the defensive side of the ball because his offense, you're not communicating as much. You're just going out there running your routes. There's not as much communication between players, when you play receiver. But as a defensive back, all the motions, all the shifts, everything else, there's got to be communication. So he was a little bit behind on that, so they knew he would only play in some nickel situations on third down. But I'm telling you what, offensively, he's the real deal. And I tell you the other thing I loved about Travis Hunter, man, he is celebrating others' success. He had the biggest grin on his face when other guys made plays, man. He is truly fired up to play and for his teammates. So that part was really cool to watch him, to talk to him on Friday, and he's just such a good kid. And first production meeting, he a lot of one-word answers. You gotta have a list of questions. So, but I had a great time with him. He loosened up over time, and he was just tremendous. It was a lot of fun.
All right, Stink. Safe travels. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Be well, guys.
Thanks for letting us down again.
There we go.
Once again. I mean, that's why we have the promo. This is it. See? I didn't just make that up.
All right.
See you, buddy.
We'll see you later. There you go. There goes Stink. Live at the Jacksonville airport. Up next, more on Bronco Reaction Monday. He said all off season he wanted to run the football more. But does Sean really want to run the football? That's next.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go. Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
All right, guys, if you're dealing with erectile dysfunction, let's take and make today the day that you take that first step to doing something for it. It's not easy. It's not easy. A lot of unknowns, anxiety, some embarrassment making that first step, that first call. If you think ED is messing with your life and is putting a lot of strain on your relationship, urge you to reach out to the experienced, compassionate professionals at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They've been helping men with their ED for years, successfully treating thousands of men. Erectile dysfunction, it's a medical condition, and like many medical conditions, it can be treated. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic practices better medicine. They know that not every man's ED is the same, so not every treatment is the same. It's why they come up with a treatment plan customized just for you. The key, don't put it off any longer. It's hard to believe, but men on average will wait a year or more before doing something about it. So schedule a consult. Just $99, includes a blood T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose does not work in the office, your visit is free. 5 locations around Denver to better serve you, including Fort Collins and Colorado Springs, and a new and improved office in the Rock, Castle Rock. Call 720-440-7900 and at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Mom, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotion. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. Consequently, they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Dial pound 250 and say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, everything you need and nothing you don't.
Well, hopefully you had a great football weekend, college and pro, and hopefully those game day spreads, those tailgate spreads lived up to what you hoped they would be. But if something was missing, I bet you I know what it was. The Daisy Dips. French onion, ranch dips. They are as delicious as homemade dips. And they're made with real herbs and spices. I get choked up talking about Daisy Dips. And they come with all the ingredients that you'd find in your own kitchen. And like everything else that goes with me watching football, I take my game day spreads very seriously. That includes my dips. So if something was missing this week, make sure you have it ready to go next week. Daisy, ranch, and French onion dips. Look for them at a grocery store near you.
Accidents happen, but don't let them ruin your summer. Postman Law has recovered over $3 billion for clients. Call 844-POSTMAN now for justice and fast compensation.
Donnie here with Fitness Gallery, where we believe there's nothing more important than your health. I'm thrilled to invite you to our biggest event of the season, the summer clearance sale happening right now at all 7 of our Colorado locations. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, 2-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer.
Our summer clearance sale won't last long. These deals end soon.
Why wait for the weekend? Twin Peaks is serving up scratch-made food and pouring cold drinks every night after dark. Come experience the best late night in the league any day of the week, only at Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Attention golf lovers, the city of Aurora has you covered this fall. Home to 5 beautiful courses, there's no better place to play than Aurora. What's up guys, it's Zach here. I enjoy leaf peeping every fall, but instead of heading to the mountains, I'm heading to my local Aurora golf courses. Saddle Rock, Aurora Hills, Spring Hill, Meadow Hills, and Murphy Creek have stunning Rocky Mountain views with the fall colors we adore. For more information and to book a tee time, visit golfaurora.com and give them a follow on Facebook, X, and Instagram at Golf Aurora CO.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99, and we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale. Now at AutoZone until September 22nd.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Need better sleep? Upgrade to a premium bed now at Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. They make sleep easy.
It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter Har Motors. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
It was great. Those two backs at the end, they did a great job, JK and RJ. Explosive running. RJ had one, and then JK just kind of carried the ball there at the end. A couple times, got an explosive a touchdown. Great run, broke some tackles, and then just ate away the clock there at the end of the game. Thought it was really good. Everybody in the stadium knew we were running it there at the end. We just did a good job of getting a hat on a hat, making some guys miss, and moving the ball and taking some clock.
Well, the running game finally showed up late in the game, but it was non-existent. Not only the results, but even the intent to try to run the football. As we welcome you back on a Bronco Reaction Monday, the Broncos get the victory, which feels awesome, but plenty to nitpick about. And we're hearing from you. As I mentioned, Stoke, 16 of the first 20 plays that the Broncos ran were passes, so not much of a intent to try to run the football. Sean Payton was asked if he knew about that big pass-run differential.
I didn't have a chance to look at the numbers. We were told we had a rain delay, and then so you go in and tell the players there's going to be a lightning delay, and then they walked in and said, no, you're coming out now. And so some of the players getting out of it was a little bit of a cluster, at halftime. I knew where we were at run pass wise. I was well aware of it. There's a way to go in playing a game, and we had a good plan going in. Obviously, look, it wasn't perfect. We're going to look closely at ourselves. Tomorrow's debrief of this game, all of us will learn something.
So the plan was not to run the football, and I know that he pays plenty of lip service to the idea of we need to be better running the football. Stoke, at his core, I just don't think he wants to run the football. I think he wants to throw the football. He wants the ball in the air. He wants to put a lot on Bo Nix. And unless the running game shows immediate results, I don't think he's really determined to stick with it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, the running game needs to prove itself too. And especially early on when they were running the ball, they weren't having a ton of success running it. So, and I think you're probably right. You know, I think most offensive coordinators would prefer to throw the ball over running the ball. Right? I mean, that's more fun. Air it out. Right? All these pass plays that we've been drawing up all offseason and working on. That's what I want to see, these concepts that we put in. So that's more exciting than just turning around and handing the ball off. So, again, you know, it's early for the players. It's early for Sean. He's still trying to figure out his team, him and his offensive staff. They're trying to figure these running backs out. What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? We don't know who those guys are. J.K. Dobbins didn't have one rush in the preseason. So, yeah. Do they need to run it more? Yeah, they do. They do, especially you saw what happens when you stick with it. And then all of a sudden there was R.J. Harvey with the long run. And then J.K. Dobbins started getting going. So, yeah, I wish they would have ran a little bit more there, had a little bit more success early on. But in the end, when it mattered the most, they did a really good job of executing.
I guess how you depend to look at it, clearly he believes in Bo Nix. Okay? He put a lot on Bo. He put that game on Bo's shoulders at the beginning of the game. And Bo wasn't ready for it. Bo did not play well. Bo just was not good. My question is, Does he believe in him too much? Did he put too much? I mean, there was a lot of personnel packages again. There were a lot of guys in and out.
I
mean, throughout the at one point, I mean, I'm all for spreading the ball around, but geez, there are a lot of guys out there, and I'd be curious. Maybe that'll be a Telestrator Tuesday for you tomorrow to once again go back and look at some of these personnel packages. I just wonder if, especially this early in the season, the offense didn't play much in the preseason. I wonder if was he trying too hard to make Bo look good and put, you know, the pressure on Bo to go out there and deliver like he believes he can.
Right. I'm not sure about that. I don't know if that's a reason why. I think I'm hoping that what it was is rust. This team's just a little bit off. Like a lot of teams are offensively early in the season. Just not quite on the same page. I brought up the concern during training camp when I brought up the concern of, hey, I don't like our team passing drills. 7-on-7 looks good. All of a sudden we get in team real football, it just looks a little bit off. And you saw that same type of thing in the game. I think like with anything, a coach all of a sudden gets going in a game, and next thing you know, you look up and you have, 20 passes and 5 runs or whatever it was. And you would like to be a little bit closer with your ratio between pass and run. But again, hey, he's got to, get better too. Play calling's got to get better. We need to be crisper. It needs to happen sooner. And the order of operations has got to get cleaned up. That was a big negative. We look at the turnovers. We look at some of the, the bad penalties. Got lucky that they can't catch the football and that they do dumb things. I mean, they can't catch and they do a lot of dumb things. So thank you, Tennessee, for more games are lost in this league than won. And Tennessee just handed us that football game. So thank you for that. But they got to clean up a lot offensively. And that starts with getting the play in sooner. You saw Bo was really upset there at one point because you got to delay a game. And the next thing you know, a play or two later, you got to burn a timeout. You got to get the plays in quicker. This is what happens. And I was driving the bus last year. I don't like it. It's not really my cup of tea. It's not how I was raised. It's not how I think football when you're just so many different personnel groupings every play, in and out, in and out. And all of a sudden you look up, it's like, why do we need Bidet in the game? Do we really need Bidet in the game like on the third possession? None of these guys have even got going. Right? Let me get Dobbins and Harvey. Bidet, you can come in later. Third down guy. Come on, man. It's just a lot. And Bo, Mike, I tried to warn you. Bo's still a young quarterback. He's still developing. I know you're like, well, but Sean told me. That's what you go to. I already know. But Sean told me that he's going to be a top 5 quarterback.
Well, he did say it.
So, you know,
I'm not making it up.
I thought he was going to go out there and throw for 399 yards and 4 touchdowns and no interceptions.
I wasn't expecting that, but I was expecting more than what I saw.
I get it.
Weren't you?
No. Fine.
No,
because that's what I saw in training camp. I told you about this in training camp. I didn't like it. I didn't like what I was seeing in the passing game. Looked a little bit off. I mean, we need to work the middle of the football field a little bit.
Where was the Joker? Where's Evan Ingram? I mean, he eventually left. Well, but before he got hurt, he wasn't doing a whole lot.
But I mean,
every tight end on the roster was out there early on. Lucas Kroll catching the pass, Adam Trautman catching the pass. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it takes it. You know, you're just this because the offense wasn't that good. So when it's not that good, guess what happens? You're limited with your plays. So if you're not getting first downs, you're not converting, you're not staying on the football field. Well, where's the Joker plays? Well, we didn't really have that many plays. You know, we didn't have those situations. So, one thing leads to another.
Well, the good news is this defense did deliver as advertised, and boy, how about a debut for Talanoa Hufanga? We'll hear from him, PS2, and more of your text, your reaction, coming up next.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Denver Sports 1043 to stay up to date on all your local teams. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
Todd Whalen and Advanced Tax Solutions will be hosting a free workshop coming up this Thursday, September 11th. This is a great opportunity to ask all your tax, payroll, and IRS questions. If the IRS has a bullseye painted on your back and penalties and interest are hammering you, talk with the professionals at Advanced Tax Solutions. They'll answer your questions for free. Here are some examples. Has the IRS filed returns for you? Do you know that you can protest those? Did you know that under the Fresh Start programs, you can settle with the IRS for less than you owe? Or learn more about uncollectible status, where the IRS has no choice but to leave you alone? That sounds nice. Do you know the difference between an IRS levy and an IRS lien? These questions just scratch the surface. The good news is Todd Whalen loves going to battle for his clients. Been doing it for over 30 years now. Free advice and help can be yours. Advanced Tax Solutions free workshop coming up this Thursday, September 11th at 5:30 p.m. To sign up, simply call Advanced Tax Solutions at 303-753-6040, and they'll send you a link to sign up. 303-753-6040, Advanced Tax Solutions.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This has been a test of the emergency alert system.
Guys, this sports season, it's game on. It's Synergenics and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? We've got a winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book a free consultation and automatically enter for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to major sporting events. Female patients also eligible. For more information, visit TRTMVP.com. That's TRTMVP.com.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
Ready to order?
Yes.
We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
This is Terrell Davis, two-time world champion and Hall of Famer. I learned early in my career that winning takes teamwork. And in banking, that means choosing a partner that has your back. That's why I trust Colorado Credit Union, a local financial institution that has spent more than 50 years investing in our community and helping families build a strong financial future. To learn more, visit ccu.org or stop by any branch. Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. Federally insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Equal housing opportunity.
It's back. Football is back, Broncos country, which means summer is almost over. And that means it's time for game days. Whether you're heading to Empower Field or traveling to Boulder to cheer on Coach Prime and the Buffs, you got to get there in style and on time. So let my friends at Hermes Worldwide handle the traffic and parking, and you handle the rest, which means have as much fun as possible and make as many memories as you can. So let Hermes Worldwide get you to and from the game safe. All you need to do is call Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
What's the biggest mistake you could make when selling your home? Settling for less money. Not with Orchard. Orchard gives you cash up front so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. Then they sell your old home on the market for top dollar. One customer said, I made way more than I expected, and it couldn't have been easier. Don't settle for less. Buy before you sell. And get top dollar with Orchard. Get your free home valuation at Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Football is back, and it's time for you to get in the game. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help, and we're giving away a PlayStation 5 bundle. Download the Denver Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5 console, a 70-inch flat-screen TV, plus copies of Madden 26 and College Football 26. Don't wait. Download the Denver Sports app now. 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter-Har Motors. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
I think pressure makes diamonds. We live up to that. That's our standard. No matter what goes on, the pressure on us, we love that. That's something that we uphold. And if we backed up, if it's a situation that we need, it always seems like we come through and make a play. So we talk about that. We work on it every day in certain situations, you know what I mean? So it's us getting in line and everybody doing their 111. You know, that's what we did today.
Wow, thank goodness for this defense. Thank goodness they were playing a rookie quarterback. Thank goodness Tennessee was poorly coached, because that game could have gone in a much different, much more horrible direction. But the Broncos do get the win as they hold on to win 20-12 over Tennessee. They get the home opener. They are 1-0, but there is a lot to clean up. There is a lot to nitpick about. But Stoke, the defense did deliver as advertised, and none bigger than the moment early in the fourth quarter. Broncos are clinging to a 1-point lead. Marvin Mims muffs the punt. Tennessee takes over at the Denver 24. And at that point, you're thinking, hey, just give up the field goal. Instead, they went 2-yard run, sack, 2 sacks equaling 27 yards. pushed them all the way back out to the to midfield. They had to punt. The punter ended up putting it in the end zone, so the Broncos were able to get the ball back. Disaster averted by that defense.
Yeah, they were unbelievable. They were great. And you're right. That series there after the fumble on the punt, and I looked at the clock and it's around 9 minutes or something, and I'm counting possessions now and saying this offense is struggling. They're definitely getting a field goal here, and next thing you know, you're going to be down a couple, and then now anything can happen. What are we doing? And if they get a touchdown, I don't know if we can score a touchdown with a couple drives left. So it was a moment in the game where I started having some doubts, but the defense stepped up, and those two sacks were huge. Jonah Ellis, man, he continues, looking like he's going to take that big step forward. I mean, you look at the pass rushers; those guys were getting after him. I don't know why you're pointing at your chest.
Because I told you. I told you,
right.
Jonah Ellis. I've been telling you.
Well, I think everyone's been excited about Jonah Ellis.
I discovered him.
Yep. I forgot. Well, when he was living here with his dad, when his dad was playing here.
I saw something
Pop
special.
Warner. No, but yeah, what a play by him. And just the whole group up front. Zach Allen, the big sack.
Nick Benito. Career high in pressures, 9 pressures.
Continues. So, we talked a lot about do you pay him, do you not pay him? He got the contract, and if you're worried about him counting, looking at his bank account and kind of,
good point,
putting in cruise control, guess what? That didn't happen. So give a lot of credit to Vance Joseph. I mean, they had pressure on them all night. The offense put them in some terrible positions all night long. And it's never going to be perfect. But when you can hold teams to 3 points and not touchdowns, especially while early in the season, while your offense is trying to figure things out, defense travels. Defense can play on the road. They can play at home. They can play in the cold or the sun. So, hey, if you have a defense, you always have a chance. Great job by that unit.
We're back.
Tremendous debut for Talanoa Hufanga. Led the team in tackles. He had 10. He had the helmet to the football that knocked the ball loose from Tony Pollard. That forced a fumble. Hufanga says he and the defense, they like the challenge of not giving up points on a short field.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I've only been part of one game that gave up 0 points. But that is our goal every week. And a lot of people, they're like, oh, let's hold them on to 17 is like I think it's the NFL number. I think 21 is the college number. If you can hold teams under those points, you have a good chance to win. Our defense is really, we want to keep them at 0 if we can. And so those challenges of like putting in uncomfortable situations, it gets you going. Those are things that you strive to do and be a part of. You look in, these fans are waiting for you to make a play, and your team is relying on you. And, I'm relying on my teammates too to be in the right spot at the right time. And we're 1-0. By no means was it perfect. So we got to come back and do this debrief like Coach talks about, and come back next week and try to do it again.
Yeah, they did their job, and they got an assist also from Tennessee and their head coach, Brian Callahan.
What was he doing?
What was he doing? So when they had the ball at the 7, late in the half, right?
Yes.
Run the ball, make the Broncos burn their final timeouts, get out of there. And you have
the Broncos had 2 timeouts and there's 40-something seconds left, so just run the ball.
Just run the ball,
and it's halftime,
and you're going in with a lead. You'd be up 6-3.
You have a rookie quarterback.
Yeah. Instead, they went pass, sack. Jonathan Cooper, nearly a safety. They end up punting from their 1-yard line. And that led, of course, to the Nix to Sutton touchdown pass that put the Broncos up 10-6. Then, by the way, another curious coaching decision by the Broncos in this one. I thought special teams was awful yesterday. You had the Mims fumble. I thought the decision, Stoke, to allow a chance for a kickoff right after the touchdown. You score with 16 seconds left. At that point, don't you just boot the ball out of the end zone? Let them have the ball at the 35. Instead, you challenge them to return it, and they end up returning it for a long return and get the field goal.
Look, I don't mind that.
Really?
I don't. It didn't work out, and I get it, and I understand what you're saying because I was thinking about that also. But it's hard to get good returns in today's game. Unless you got Devin Hester back there, I say kick it. Let's make them burn 4 or 5 seconds. I don't want it. We're playing a mile high. You get them all up to 35 with 2 timeouts left with 16 seconds left? That's 3 plays.
I'd like to think that Brian Callahan at that point would have been so rattled after what happened that he would have just sat on the ball at the 35.
He's an idiot and a fool.
Well, if you're going for it from the 7, you're not going to all of a sudden wave the white flag one series later. You look worse. You look worse. There's no chance. He's going to go for it. So all you have to do is get 20 yards. That's it. So I'd rather them waste 4 or 5 seconds. I mean, especially with today's rules and the kickoff, you don't see a ton of great kickoffs. So I'm not going to be critical of that. They just didn't execute, and that was a bummer in that situation. So, but overall, I don't mind. I know, by the way, and I know probably no one else caught this, but they did have 10 guys on the field on a field goal block also. So you're talking about all the things that were a little bit off. You know, we had a field goal they were kicking. You know, field goal block unit, we got 10. We got 10 on the field. I mean, so a lot to clean up, but it's always better to clean up the mess after a win.
Coming up on this Broncos Reaction Monday, more reaction from you. And the overall question of the day, Broncos country, is this a win you feel good about? That's next.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider, Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What is happening, fella? Stoke here. If you're like me, you know fall golf right here in Colorado is the best golf Colorado has to offer. The air is crisp, the courses are so good, and it's the perfect time to fine-tune your game before the season ends. And the best place to do that at? Embers Golf in Westminster. The place isn't your big box golf store. Nope, Embers Golf is a boutique-style, family-owned, and built for true golf enthusiasts. They're not just selling clubs, they're crafting a full journey personalized to you and your game. This is what I love about Embers Golf. They got 2 private hitting bays, all the major brands, and they specialize in custom upgraded shafts that take your game to the next level. You can get a full bag fitting and actually feel the difference. Seriously, there's nothing else like it around. This is what I love about Embers Golf. I got fitted driver, 3-wood, all my irons, and I can feel it. It is such a big difference having custom clubs. And there's no better place than Embers Golf. So to book a fitting online just like I did, all you got to do is go to embersgolf.com. That's embersgolf.com, where your golf journey begins.
Don't let the wrong gear ruin your time in the field. Upgrade your arsenal with premium brands at great prices during the Shields Hunting Sale event now through September 14th. Score free tax stamps for suppressor purchases over $5.99 and save big on Sitka, Lucky Duck, Shields Outfitters, and shot shells from the top brands. Join the community of hunters who trust Shields experts to outfit their adventures and get more bang for your buck now through September 14th at Shields.
Change is always happening. Hey, it's part of life, and when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten, classics are remixed, bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. But no matter how things change in 5 years, there's one thing that'll stay the same: the price of your internet. Xfinity is introducing the 5-year price guarantee. It means you'll get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with their best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Learn more at Xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
You worked hard for your 401k. But if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan today at 720-405-3300. That's 720-405-3300.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
A Tacori engagement ring from Williams Jewelers says something more.
From every sparkle when the box opens to wide and joyful eyes.
To every last detail that continues to enchant for decades, day after day.
Only Tacori weaves those details into every stunning engagement ring.
Meticulously crafted in Tacori's Los Angeles design studios by artisans that take as much care crafting the ring as you do selecting it.
A Tacori engagement ring from Williams Jewelers will say everything, because everything is in the details.
I'm Shayna.
And I'm Dylan Williams. And here at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, you'll shop from the largest selection of Tacori engagement rings and wedding bands in Colorado.
Visit us at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, your official Tacori jeweler.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche. In Inglewood at Broadway and Bellevue, and right now online at williamsdiamonds.com, where Colorado shines.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Over 90,000 five-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage doors is what we do. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
Denver, that hot summer hit your AC hard. Get your end of summer deep clean for $39. FixMyHome.com, hometown partner of the Denver Broncos.
Hey guys, boy Steve here today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. If you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if he can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. You want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is powered by American Financing.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter-Har Motors. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Conco in motion, handoff for Pollard. That ball comes out, and it's grabbed by Denver and Brandon Jones. Ward looking to throw, under pressure, and down he goes. Nick Bonito, high money man on the money down, comes up for Denver. Cam Ward in the end zone, goes down, it's Jonathan Cooper. They're going to mark him outside of the end zone. So no points, but a sack. Another one from Denver as the Broncos get a fifth straight third down stop. Here comes the blitz. Cam Ward hit as he throws. That ball is loose. They're going to let it play through. It's Denver football no matter what. And the Broncos defense comes up yet again to help win the game in week one.
There you go. There you go. Courtesy of Fox with all the highlights. The Broncos get it done. It was by no means a masterpiece, but they do get the win. They are 1-0, and there is certainly plenty to clean up. Welcome to it, everybody. It is a Broncos Reaction Monday as we gather with you to break it all down and get your reaction on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. I got Brandon Stokley here next to me, and you were telling me all last week, hey, it doesn't matter how it looks. All that matters is you get the W. And I agree with you, but at some point, don't style points matter? How it looks, doesn't it matter? Or do you just feel like in week one, nope, none of that?
Yeah, would I like to see it look much better? Yeah, I mean, Mike, yeah, of course I would.
That's obvious.
Would I like to see this offense in the passing game look more consistent? The running game, a little bit more early on? Yeah. But, again, especially early, I mean, ultimately all we're trying to do is win football games, and find different ways to win games. We still got a young quarterback. We still don't have, I don't know, unless we traded for him, Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson out there. So, there's it's not going to – sometimes it's not going to be pretty. And you're going to have to rely on the defense. But, I didn't like a lot of stuff that I saw out there. It was just – from coaching to order of operations to getting a play in to, the turnovers, the lack of success running the ball early in the game. Defensively, that's the only thing I look at and say, man, that was unbelievable. Now, how much did Tennessee play a part in that? We'll see. But they were great. I'd like to see some style points there. But, again, we knew this. I tried to warn you. Mark tried to. Hey, early in the season here, I don't care who you're playing. And you look up, and those guys got some players over there. We know they're the Titans, but they got some players over there, too. They get paid. They're going to come out and play hard, and especially when you give them the football 4 times.
Do you understand, though, why I said this was a must-win? When you see and hear the reaction to a win, and I would say it's running, at least on our RamosLaw.com text line, 80-20 people just are not happy with the way they won. Can you imagine what it would have been like had they lost? So that's why I said, man, this is a must-win. At some point, style points will matter. I'm not so much concerned about style points in week one, but they had to get the win. Thank goodness they did, because I would hate to see what the reaction would be around here had they lost this game. I mean, you look at a lot of these texts that we're getting from folks, and they're pouring in, thank you, but you would have thought they lost.
Yeah.
You would have thought they lost.
Well, I think, Mike, was it a must-win for the players in the locker room? No. Was it a must-win for Broncos country not to, panic and, start thinking the season's over after 1 week? Yeah, I get that. Fans are going to fan. So they're going to overreact both ways. Guess what? If the Broncos would have won 50-3, everyone would be talking about Super Bowl. They're going to overreact. That's what fans are going to do. So that's fine. You're the leader of Broncos country. You're the spokesperson. So I understand where you're coming from. If you say from a fan's perspective, that's what they do every week, which is fine. But from the player's perspective, if they lost that game yesterday, they weren't throwing in the towel. They weren't going to panic. That was my point.
Well, the defense did deliver as advertised, and that's something we talked about all last week, the idea that maybe at least in the beginning of the season, this defense might have to carry the offense for a little bit. That was certainly the case as Talanoa Hufanga and crew came and dominated.
Most definitely. Man, our front seven is just – and I can't get credit because our back end is good too. Don't get me wrong, we got defense player of the year back there too, and some good dogs. But man, that front seven, they really got after him today. So just happy to be a part of it.
Complete effort all the way around, including Patrick Surtain.
The standard we hold ourselves to, once we're out there on the field, we got to control, and that's dominating every single snap. So I felt like we executed out there. Everybody was aligned. Everybody was sharp. We had a dominant performance. So it's something to build off of. Obviously, there was a few mistakes that we could correct, but starting off the season like that, this should allow us to, separate ourselves further down the year.
All right, so I asked the question of the day, Broncos country, is this a win you can feel good about? Here is some reaction. So far, the Titans and Broncos look like two of the worst 4 teams in the league. A win is not a win when it looked that bad. Stop it, Stoke.
No. Of course it is. Of course it is. No, you stop it. Seriously. First game of the season, what'd you expect? You expected them to score 35. Guess what? I didn't. You expected them to win by 30. I didn't. I expected a close football game. That's what I saw. An offense that's still a work in progress. A quarterback that's in year 2. That's going to, make some mistakes. So sometimes when you're not at your best and you find a way to win a game, that's what it's all about. Finding ways to win ugly football games. That's what good football teams do. I don't know if the Broncos are a good football team or not. Look, and again, we have to remember this. This team we see right now, it's not going to be the same team that we see in December. That's what we hope. I'm hoping they get better and improve. I think they will. Just like last year, just like the year before. They did that. So I'm counting on them to improve and get better. I'm not counting on I'm counting on Bo Nix not to throw 2 interceptions, not to just, have the ball going all over the place and fumble it. Make better decisions. Well, that's what I'm counting on.
Some more. It's hard to win in the NFL. A win is a win. I love it. 1-0. A win is a win no matter how pretty or ugly it is. They know what they need to fix. Hopefully they do, but you never discount a win. You guys and the other so-called fans sound like idiots. Give me a break, okay? There you go, little fan-on-fan action right there. Ugly win yesterday with lots of room to improve, but among the most concerning things I saw yesterday was Sean Payton's play calling. A lot of second-guessing about that. I think we need to touch the elephant in the room, guys. The play calling on offense was terrible. The plays were getting in late. You can tell it's really irritating and affecting Bo. I feel it's time for Payton to give up the play calling role. Also, I think the offensive line looks terrible, especially on the right side. That's Rich from Aurora. So keep
his ceiling is established.
Keep the reaction coming. And
okay, well, I want to get into that. I want to get into the decision.
Okay.
We haven't talked. You haven't even asked me that. It's been an hour and 10 minutes. I got to talk about Sean Payton, the last series there, the decision to go for the play call and getting the play.
We'll hear his explanation. All that's coming up next.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
Can't believe it's been 20 years, but 20 years ago, I stopped my receding hairline dead in its tracks thanks to Advanced Hair Restoration and legendary Dr. Tanya Pauls. My hair grew back and continues to grow 2 decades later. All that time has given me better perspective than most what it means for you guys to be able to save your hair. It gives you confidence, gives you that boost, that energy to go out, be active, be healthy, be ambitious. It does change your life. Take it from me, 20 years of proof. Can't be wrong. Let's get you in on this. Start with a free consultation with Advanced Hair Restoration and learn all about their quick and easy one-day hair loss solution that begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and it's even guaranteed to grow. It's not magic, no gimmicks, just real science, the latest technology, and Dr. Tanya Pauls and her all-star team. Bald spot, receding hairline, thinning hair. Right now, for a limited time, get a free consultation, 250 free hair grafts, and $250 off. Call 720-459-HAIR and at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owed the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they helped me. They calmed me down. They made me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Samantha Flanagan here from Flanagan Law. If you're injured in a car accident, don't talk to an insurance company. Get representation first to make sure you're cared for and properly compensated. Flanagan Law. Focus on healing. We'll take care of the rest.
Donnie here with Fitness Gallery. I'm thrilled to invite you to our biggest event of the season, the summer clearance sale happening right now at all 7 of our Colorado locations. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. These deals end soon.
Winter and the holidays will be here before you know it. Don't wait to upgrade your home. Order windows or siding from 5280 Exteriors before the Colorado snow flies. Enjoy low interest financing for 15 years, often better than your bank, with no prepayment penalty. Stay warm, boost your home's value, and pay less each month. Prices go up every year, so lock in your free quote today. Host the next game day party at your house. Call 5280 Exteriors now and see how low your monthly payment can go. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Comcast Business High Five Hotline. What's the state of your excitement?
I signed my business up for the 5-year price lock guarantee, and I can't stop high-fiving people. High five!
Okay, deep breath. You're in a good place. You signed your business up for 5 years of gig speed internet and advanced security, all on our ultra-reliable network.
Gig speeds and advanced security? I'm so stoked!
Yep, and you get it at a great rate that's locked in for 5 years.
Woo!
The high five is just your body's way of saying, I'm winning.
So this is natural.
High-fiving everyone you see in a state of business savings enthusiasm, totally natural.
Sweet! Thank you! Thank you! High five, everybody! High five!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee is back, but only for a limited time, so sign your business up today.
High five!
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/25 for new customers with qualifying bundle. Current customers may be eligible depending on services and area. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Hey guys, Stokley here from my friends at 5280 Waste Solutions of Denver. Are you unhappy with your current trash removal and recycling company for your home or business? Do you have a project and need a temporary dumpster? Then call 5280 Waste Solutions. They're located right here in Colorado. So Colorado isn't just where they work, it's a place they call home. 5280 Waste Solutions guarantees your residential or commercial business trash pickup will be swift and on time. Go to 5280waste.com. 5280 Waste Solutions, your hometown brand.
Being dependable for your family. We get it. At Corwin Toyota, we've been family driven for over 100 years. So when you need a ride that fits your whole crew, or even your carpool, rain or shine, we hope to show you how our family can take care of yours. Corwin Toyota. Family driven for over 100 years.
Football is back, and it's time for you to get in the game. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help, and we're giving away a PlayStation 5 bundle. Download the Denver Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5 console, a 70-inch flat-screen TV, plus copies of Madden 26 and College Football 26. Don't wait. Download the Denver Sports app now. 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter-Har Motors. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
All right, Stoke, you asked for it. You wanted to talk about it. Plenty of people were very, very curious about the decision at the end of the game. They're up 20-12. Okay, they're trying to ice the game. They're up 20-12. And they're facing a 4th and 7.
4th and 8 at the 36.
Okay, 4th and 7, 4th and 8. Okay, at the 36-yard line. And you have the options. Do you send out Will Lutz to kick a 54-yard field goal, but understand that if you miss it or if it's blocked, it could lead to all kinds of dire circumstances? You could punt it. And, by the way, the rookie punter, Aussie, had a cross shot, had a pretty good day, but you know you're trusting him to pooch it down there and maybe pin him around the 10-yard line or so, or you go for the jugular, you go for the win, get the first down to win it. And if you don't get it, then you're giving Tennessee the ball back at the 36-yard line. They chose to go for it. It didn't work out. Here was Sean Payton's explanation after the game.
So you ready? We had plenty of time to think about it. We're playing great defense, kick block, scoop, and it's one thing. It's a 54-yard field goal. I don't think we're going to punt it. I felt strongly, I had a play. We knew they would be in a cover zero look. I want to see the protection, and we got the look we were expecting. We'll see the film, but I've got plenty of confidence in the distance relative to the kick. But the way we're playing defensively, you have to look at, the quickest way for them to take the ball 64 yards would be a scoop and score, and I didn't want that to happen. So we had a lot of time to think about it. I felt real good about a call. When you have a call you like, we just were close.
I mean, when does Sean start coaching scared? I mean, what are we gonna always be? It's not a 70-yard field goal. It's a 53-yard field goal, 53-yard field goal at altitude. So now we're worried about field goal block. Were you worried about interception, sack, fumble?
Well, it didn't happen last year.
Yeah.
So.
How many times did it happen last year? Okay, so look, things happen.
Right.
Did Bo
that's
Nix
what I mean.
throw an interception yesterday? Were you worried about a pick six? Were you worried about a sack fumble?
So you would have kicked the field goal.
Huh? Two options, and going for it is not one of them in that situation.
I'm with you. Yep.
You got two options: kick the field goal or punt.
Yep.
Okay, your defense is playing great.
Yep.
I'd rather try to ice the game with a Will Lux 53-yard field goal than Bo Nix in that. How did that passing game look? They look good yesterday? No. Then going out there trying to throw the football and get the first down that way. I'd just rather punt it. Now make them go 90 yards, down 8 points with no timeouts. I'd much prefer that than going 60-something yards. So that was the two options. I never considered going for it. I mean, if it was 4th and 2, 4th and 3, maybe. If it was 4th and 8. That's a big difference. I know you got to play. I don't care. We all got plays. Got plays for everything. You think you know what they're going to play, but you still got to go out there and execute it, which they didn't. And now they got the momentum, and anything can happen. If they can catch the dang ball, then,
Well, if Calvin Ridley doesn't have, alligator arms.
10 drops in the game.
Right.
They would have had a better chance there. So, but that's my question. I mean, when does Sean start, you can play that game all the time. Well, I don't want to get the field goal blocked. Oh, man, scoop and score. How about let's ice a game? We're up 8 points. Let's just ice it.
Why would they be scared?
So I didn't like that at all. I really didn't. I thought you were putting your defense in a tough situation there when you had a chance. That's why we paid Will Lux, $4 million a year. He's pretty good. Let's kick the thing and finish the game off. Game's over. You make that field goal.
I think he definitely had what happened in Kansas City on his mind. I think he trusts Lutz. I don't know if he completely trusted the execution of a field goal at that point and what it could bring into play. I would have punted it.
Okay, wait. I got to stop you just
real
real
quick.
quick.
Punted it.
So is that how we're going to play the whole year? Is that how we're going to play the whole year? I'm asking you a question,
It
Mike.
might factor into some of those decisions, yes.
So late in games, we don't want to kick
You
field
weren't
goals
thinking
because
about it. You weren't thinking about that at all?
No.
When it came to the field goal?
Well,
I was.
Well, listen, you have to concern yourself with everything. But is that how we're going to play? That's not how Sean coaches. He doesn't coach scared. I mean, so we're not going to kick late field goals because we're worried?
Well,
So we're
it
worried?
depends on the situation. If my defense is dominating like it is against a rookie quarterback, then I punt the ball and I dare him to go 85 or 90 yards.
I'm fine with punting it either way.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be in these situations and say, man, we might get a punt block. Huh? There was a punt blocked a couple years ago where, they scooped and scored. We don't want to get a punt blocked. Oh, my gosh. So if stuff happens, it happens. I mean, that's why you practice. That's why, you got to go out there and make the right call for the situation, and I didn't think going for it was the right call in that situation.
But do we get a glimpse into how Sean thinks, and maybe it explains why he didn't try to establish the running game early on, why he put so much on Bo's shoulders to start the game, why there were so many personnel packages to start the game. You heard in that explanation there, he goes, I had to play. And I think that is Sean to his core, whether it's his confidence in his offense, maybe his ego plays a role as well, but he feels like he can come up with a play for that situation. And look, he's had a great career with a huge offensive play-calling resume, but I wonder if maybe on display all throughout the game, we saw, I don't know, a little bit too much belief, too much confidence, too much ego in what he thinks he can call and what this offense can do.
Yeah,
what this quarterback can do.
Right, that could be the case, certainly. I think the coaching staff, offensive staff needs a look. And Sean, play calling wise, you need to look in the mirror and say, okay, how do I get better here? How do I help this team out a little bit more? When we first started doing this show last year, that was my biggest thing.
Right away.
I didn't like it.
First game.
It's just too much. Yep. And it was too much on Bo's still a young quarterback. And so if you're going to do that, guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to have your order of operations be sharper. You can't have, guys running into the huddle with 14 seconds left on the clock, play clock. All right? We had a timeout, and then next thing you know, that was when Bo was mad that they had to delay a game. Then they had to use a timeout, and he was yelling at the sideline. Well, he's yelling at Sean, get the play in quicker. Okay? Well, then what happened? They ran a personnel group in there late again, and Mark Sanchez talked about it. He's like, "Oh, they're running in here late after a timeout." It's like, what are we doing? We got to have that stuff buttoned up.
So what is that? Take me inside Sean's thought process there. Is it because he has so much confidence in this offense? He has so much confidence in Bo? Or after saying what he said during the offseason?
No, he did it last year.
That he just felt like, hey, I'm going to show everybody that Bo's my guy and that I got it right with Bo, and everything I've said about Bo is true.
But you can do that without doing all that other stuff. Just run I want to see Sutton.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Franklin and Pat Bryant.
Pat Bryant was nowhere to be seen. 4 snaps, I think.
Okay, that's whatever. I'm not worried about it. I want to see those. Let's get to Mims, whoever. But I want to see. Let's run 3 or 4 plays with the same personnel grouping. We get a little bit of a rhythm. And then, but all of a sudden, you look up and it's like, what? It's like the 3rd series and Baday's in the game. Wait, what?
Yeah.
No, this isn't equal opportunities for everyone. Stop it. I don't need to
I'll
see.
have to see the film. I mean, operationally, I didn't look. We were late with one where they, blew the whistle quick on us, and we got called for a delay. I'll be better. It was a good win.
There you go. Own it. He knows he needs to be better. I can tell you he needs to be better with the order of operations, that kind of stuff. Getting a play in quicker. I don't know. Maybe it's just too many plays. Maybe you got a lot of time on your hand. You start dialing these things up, and we want to get Mims on the jet sweep. Then we're going to fake it to him. We're going to do that, and then you're looking at the play sheets like, oh, I want to get that personnel grouping in there. I want to do that, and then you want to do this other cool thing that you had dialed up. Sometimes keep it simple and do what you do and do it better than the other team. And let's go out there and out execute them. You start doing so much stuff, then you look up and. Hell, we got offensive linemen running down the dang field on screens way down there. Penalty. Let's just execute a little bit better, okay? Let's just do that. And let's not forget, Bo Nix is in his 2nd year. He's playing his 18th regular season game. Deep breath. Let's help him out a little bit more.
Great stuff. All right, coming up next, 4 Down territory. We'll go around the rest of the division. Hey, no matter how much you may not be happy about the way the Broncos won yesterday, hey, consider this. The Kansas City Chiefs are in sole possession of last place in the AFC West. That's next.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
Fellas, what is happening? Stoke here. Hopefully your Monday is off to a great start. Hopefully you had a great weekend. If not, if you've been feeling a little bit sluggish, maybe low sex drive, bad sleep patterns, unproductive workouts, brain fog, you might be dealing with low testosterone. But many men just attribute these symptoms to aging, and they don't consider that they're medical treatments that can help them out. My friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic can get you taken care of. Fellas, did you know early to your mid-30s, you start losing 2 to 3% of your testosterone production every year, and it happens gradually. And before you know it, you just don't feel like the same person you did in your 20s. Jeff and his team, they can get you taken care of. Most men wait a year or longer to get treated. Stop procrastinating, fellas. Take that step. Start taking your health seriously again, and reach out to my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They've served the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade, and they successfully have treated tens of thousands of men. They have 5 locations right here in Colorado to serve you. Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Colorado Springs, and oh, by the way, they got a new and improved office in the Rock, Castle Rock. Call them today, 720-440-7900. That's 720-440-7900, or you can find them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-486-9600. That's 800-486-9600.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Attention Denver fans, Twin Peaks is your game day headquarters all season long, and they're giving away exclusive Denver jerseys just for showing up. Catch every Denver game at Twin Peaks, and you could score big. Just ask your Twin Peaks girl for all the details. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views.
This is Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm. If you've been seriously injured in a truck or car wreck, you want Wilhite. Get your free case review now. We've been voted best personal injury law firm for the last 3 years in a row. Visit WilhiteWins.com and win big with Wilhite.
GNC knows that you're not always feeling it at the gym, but don't get down, get lit, and get more out of every workout. Beyond Raw Lit is a clinically dosed pre-workout that flips the switch and gives you more energy, focus, intensity, and pumps. The perfect combo for a killer workout. Plus, it's got incredible flavors and thousands of 5-star reviews, so you know it's good. Pick it up at GNC stores or go to gnc.com.
My name is Georgios Tsetis. I'm the co-founder of Nutrafol. My hair started thinning in my early 20s. I tried everything, and nothing was really working. So we created Nutrafol. Our hair growth supplements undergo clinical trials and have helped millions of men and women get visibly thicker and stronger hair in just 3 to 6 months.
Get growing at Nutrafol.com. That's Nutrafol.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter Har Motors. Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
I don't know if we necessarily were. I'll have to go back and look. I know we didn't get points, but I don't necessarily say it's out of sync. First drive, we go down the field, and then that penalty got us back behind the chains and it's got to settle for a field goal. But when the first drive goes down like that and gets points, I don't think that's out of sync.
So Bo Nix did not think that the offense looked out of sync. Stoke, you thought the offense looked out of sync. We're asking the question today on a Broncos Reaction Monday if this is a win you feel good about. And this is why I love Broncos country, because, man, you hold this team to a standard. And even though it's been bad around here for the last decade, the fact that they're showing signs of this thing turning around immediately, the way this team is critiqued and dissected immediately changes. And I love it, and I hope it never changes. but it does lead some people to be like, wow, you guys are being real downers today. You should be happy with the win. We are happy with the win.
Thrilled with the win.
Thrilled with the win. But, it's time to start setting the bar higher for the Denver Broncos. And by the way, it's not just Stoke or me or Stink or you out there on the RamosLaw.com text line. The national narrative from so-called football experts has this team being better. The Broncos themselves have certainly embraced the idea that they're a team on the rise. Sean Payton believes, he said, I've had 6 teams in the past that I thought were capable of winning a Super Bowl. This is number 7. The moment you say that, immediately the expectations change, the bar is raised, and therefore the commentary, the analysis from Broncos country, even following a win, is going to be different. Like this one. Guys, what's with the play calling by Sean? He's always trying to outsmart everybody. Sometimes he just needs to show up ready to out-physical the other team with the ground game, especially early when the defense's communications and tackling maybe is at its worst.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't like the all the personnel groupings. And to the point about the offense, yeah, the offense was below average. Just way too many mistakes. 3 turnovers. That's not good. 2 interceptions, 1 fumble from Bo. No, that's terrible. Early he was dialed in.
First 4 passes.
They had these bootlegs going to the left, and he was on the money early on. Just took too long for the running game to get going. But once again, when you don't do this stuff in practice and you don't do a lot of it in preseason games, what are you going to expect here? But offensively, I thought they were below average. A lot of improvement, and we'll see what the next step is going to look like. But hey, man, you're just trying to get a win. You're trying to get a win early and then make some improvements. Look up, and then now you got the Colts, and hopefully they play better. Hopefully they get some stuff cleaned up there. Sean's style, which I told you, which in the end last year, the proof is in the pudding. All these personnel groupings, changing guys in and out. Bo was able to handle it, and he had a really good year last year. But it's just time to start taking that next step if you're going to be doing all of that.
The only reason why I can't just blow this off as, well, it's the first game and they have some things to work on, is the things that you don't want to be a mistake repeater, right? You always say that. You don't want to, if you're going to make a mistake, learn from it, don't do it again. I think what bothers me and concerns me is that we're seeing things that we saw last year. And so why didn't you learn from it? You were right away after the first game last year saying too much. Too many personnel packages, too many guys running in and out. It's affecting the operation. It's not smooth. And now here we are a year later, and we're talking about the same things. That's what bothers me. I look at Bo out there, and I see, once again, shaky footwork and a sense of him not being settled, fundamental, and those are things that we saw last year at times. So when you're seeing things that you saw last year and you're seeing them right away, I can't just immediately blow it off as, well, it's the first game.
Yeah, I understand that. And I think Bo, for the most part, you're going to see some sloppy footwork. Hopefully it gets cleaned up a little bit, just because he's so active in the pocket, he's so mobile, and so sometimes you're going to see